Good morning, children. Today we are going to talk about something which is very important in the life of children when they move on to the scale of grade 9, 10, 11, 12. That is career. We are going to talk about choosing the right stream after standard 10. Now, what had been the traditional methodology of choosing the right stream post standard 10? If a child got very good marks in grade 10, probably 85-90% plus, the parents or the children have a clear-cut mindset that the child is carved out for science. If the child is an intermediate child, that is, he is getting around 70-75% marks, the children go for commerce. And if the child is not doing that well in the academics, at grade 10 level, he is around 60-65% marks, he goes for arts. That had been the traditional method of choice when it comes to stream selection post grade 10. But I believe this is a wrong way of selection. What you should choose should base on what are your subjects of interest and what are your likings. So today we are going to extensively talk onto the framework how to choose the right stream post standard 10. Most confusing questions which the children face after completing standard 10 is, what should you do next? Should you take arts, science or commerce? Do you want to continue with the same school or switch board? Should you enroll for any specific coaching class? Do you want to go with the herd, listen to your parents or carve your own path? Well, these questions need to be answered in a very, very systematic fashion. And today I will explain you and share with you how to answer these confusions or how to answer these questions. First thing first, which I tell all children is, please don't listen to everyone. Because if there is a successful engineer, he is always going to come and say, engineering is a great career. But if there is a person who has done engineering and has not been able to do very well in his life, he will come back and say, engineering, मालूम है 24,000 सीट खाली है अहमदाबाद में, गुजरात में. It is always the perspective of an individual. So my first suggestion to all of you is, please don't listen to everyone. Second thing, everyone asks a very simple question to all the children. Beta, what do you want to do? अपने को उल्टी चीज जल्दी समझ आती है. तो हम सबसे पहले we will start with the thought that what you don't want to do. First thing, what you don't want to do. If you are afraid of needles, you hate the smell of medicine, you have no interest in biology, and you are not good at science, very simple. Eliminate medicine as a field. Don't go for science B group. If you are bored with physics, you do not like mathematics at all, and you have no interest in machines or technology, eliminate engineering, that is science A group. If you have no interest in numbers, you are disinterested in stuff like business, economics, eliminate fields which involve a lot of numbers, that is commerce. And lastly, if you have no interest in theory reading, creative writing or reading and retaining things in detail, eliminate arts or humanities. This was a very quick thing. Let me start explaining it to you in detail. Begin with the end in mind. What do you want to become? If I want to choose any of the particular careers like becoming an engineer or an architect or a scientist, mathematician, pilot, astronaut, naval officer. Now these are the careers which mandatorily require science A group. And if any of these career is in your mind and you take a step forward to take science A group, please make sure you check these things. What you need to check? Are you excellent in science? Specifically in physics and mathematics. So if a child wants to go for science A group, my first thought which I share with the child is, you should have 95 plus marks in mathematics at grade 10 level and you should have at least 85% plus marks in physics at grade 10 level. That tells me that your bent of mind is scientific and you are a right candidate to go for science as a subject area. Second, are you curious in knowing how machines work? A child who has got a scientific bent of mind will have bent where he talks and interacts more with machines, less with people. So if he's free at home, he is going to repair the microwave or go for repairing some gadget. And even if you watch TV, you will be going and watching things like future weapons or mega factories or how do they do it and things like that. That tells me that the child has got a scientific bent of mind and also shows me your curiosity towards machines. Next, do you have the ability to work for long hours with books and or computers? Now I get a lot of children post grade 10 who wish to go for science A group, but when I ask them, are you ready to study for long hours? The answer is no. If you are not a laborious child, then science A group may be a wrong choice. Are you willing to spend less time in fun activity? That means if you have a football match to play and your father has bought you a new book, your friends call you for football match, you should have the audacity to tell your friends that no, I'm not coming for the football match today. I want to read the book which my father has got for me. Now that's bent of academics, if is there in you and you fit in all these choices, want to go for science A group, you are at the right place. If not, then science A group may not be the right choice for you. Next, if you want to be a doctor, dentist, physiotherapist, homeopath, nurse or a veterinarian, you have to take science B group as a mandatory subject. But if you are interested in any of these careers and you are wishing to go for science B group, please make sure you check the following things. 1. You are excellent in science, 90 plus, specifically with biology, 95 plus. Second, you should have a very tremendous amount of memorization power. I always say, if you want to go for science B group, your brain memorization power should be 5-6 terabyte. You understand terabyte? So your memorization power should be super strong. Plus ability to work for long hours with books and or computers, and obviously willing to spend less time on fun activity. That means, अगर मामा के घर में शादी है और आपका होमवर्क पेंडिंग है, you should be capable to tell your parents कि आप लोग शादी अटेंड करके आओ, मैं घर पे बैठ के होमवर्क कर रहा हूं. If you are having that bent of mind towards academics and you fit in all these areas, want to take science B group, you are at the right place. Otherwise, please don't take panga with science B group. Next, if you want to become a chartered accountant, company secretary, finance analyst, investment analyst, stockbroker, tax auditor, banker, or an actuarial, these are the professions which you can do after science also. But if you do these professions after commerce, it will be a better choice because commerce will relate to these professions more in comparison to science. But please make sure you check the following things. Are you good at mathematics and you like things like economics, accounts, business management and so on? You have liking for numbers and data analysis, and you are comfortable in spending time in analyzing data in the form of companies' financial statements on computer and or physical. If you fit in this category, plus you are comfortable in playing with the numbers, and you want to take commerce, please go ahead. That's the right choice. Now I get a lot of children who would come back and say, sir, I want to take commerce. I ask them, how comfortable you are with mathematics? And the answer is, sir, I managed to pass in grade 10. Commerce may not be the right choice because commerce requires basic commercial maths of grade 10 level, even in grade 11 and 12. So if you are comfortable with numbers and playing with numbers, then and only then go for commerce. Next, if you want to become a political scientist, psychologist, historian, geographer, anthropologist, archaeologist, philosopher, or a public administrator, then arts can be the best choice. A lot of people feel that arts or humanities is meant for children who are not able to do good in academics. Answer is no, that's wrong. You need to be good in the respective subjects to choose the stream. You need to be good in academics if you want to go ahead in any particular stream or career in the area of academics. Also check the following qualities if you want to go for humanities. You should be good at subjects like English, history, geography, civics at grade 10 level. Now good hair means you should be decent 70, 75 plus. You should be good at theory reading and retaining. You should be a good observer of people, society, social needs, monuments, maps, and human behavior. And you should be comfortable in communicating even with strangers. If you have these qualities, then you should go for arts. That will be the right choice. Now, after 10th, there are only these 4 areas options available in India. You can either go for Science A group, or Science B group, or Commerce, or Arts. Now, there may be few children who would be able to relate maybe 50-50 or maybe 70% with any of the 4 areas which I shared with you. What about the remaining 30%? Maybe a question in your mind. Or what about the remaining 50%? Because we have these only 4 choices post 10th, you will have to pick up one of these choices. So whichever choice you best match with, pick up that choice. Go ahead with your grade 11, 12, and then plan to switch the stream. Now what do I mean when I say switch the stream? If you go for Science A group, the right stream forward would be engineering. If you go for Science B group, the right stream forward would be medicine. Same way if you go for Commerce, right stream forward can be BCom, followed by CA, CS, ICWA. Or if you go for Arts, the right stream forward would be a BA, going ahead with Psychology, History, Anthropology, and so on. But if you are still unable to relate to any particular stream completely, there are a lot of general courses which are available to students from all streams. That means either you are a Science A group student, B group student, Commerce student, or an Art student. Anybody can go for these streams which I am sharing with you now. Let me quickly give you an overview of all the degree courses available to all streams. You can go for Law, Hotel Management, Business Management, Mass Communication, Liberal Studies, Computer Applications, Design, Social Sciences, Armed Forces, and so on. I'll quickly explain each one of the courses and the required personality traits which will make you understand whether you fit in that or not. Moving on to Law. If you have the ability to think and argue logically, that means when you are debating with somebody, you are able to give sufficient logical reasoning to whatever you are talking. That means you have a good argumenting power which is logical, and you have a good argumenting power which can convince the other person. Secondly, do you have interest in politics and social issues? If there is something wrong happening on the roadside, it comes from your insight that this is wrong what is happening, or I should do something about it. If that is the thought which you have, then Law can be an excellent stream. Next, Hotel Management. If you have excellent people skills, plus you have keen interest in cooking and serving vegetarian and non-vegetarian food. Because Hotel Management as a course require you to be comfortable with non-vegetarian food, that is why I have written vegetarian and non-vegetarian food. If you fall in this category, Hotel Management can be an excellent stream for you. Next, Business Management. If you have excellent leadership skills, you had been leading a lot of roles in your school, you had been organizing functions or had been a part of organizing functions, that shows me that you have got good leadership skills, plus you have keen interest in business transactions. That means wherever you see any transaction happening, your brain works on the financial or the business model of the same. How you can increase the profitability, what is the method of bringing more money in by spending less. If that is the thought where your brain works, then Business Management can be an excellent stream for you. Next is Mass Communication. If you are very strong at English as a language, plus you have flair for writing and you are very inquisitive or have a questioning nature, then Mass Communication can be an excellent thing. Liberal Studies. If you like multiple subjects, for example, if you come back to me and say, sir, I want to do psychology, I also want to study accounts, I want to study a foreign language along with dance, and I also want to read biology. Well, there is no other course except liberal studies which can cater to your hunger. So if you like multiple subjects and you want to choose the subject what you like, then you can go for liberal studies. Computer applications. A lot of children have this thought process that if I have not taken mathematics in grade 11 and 12, I cannot go into computers. Answer is no. Computers does not require mathematics as a compulsory subject. If you have interest in coding and computer languages, and you have ability to you have the ability to sit on computers for long time, working not on Facebooking and WhatsApping, but more on understanding the computer or coding, then you can go for bachelor's in computer applications. Next is design. If you have excellent visualization skills, you are good at drawing, and you have keen interest in creating new and innovative things, you can go for design. Social work. If you are very humane in nature, you like working for people, for society, and you are ready to even fight for the rights of the underprivileged, then social work can be an excellent degree. There is a degree which is available which is known as Bachelor's in Social Work and Master's in Social Work in some of the best institutions in the country. You can go ahead with social work. Next, teaching. Well, whenever I talk about teaching, a lot of children laugh. Teaching? I ask this question, how many of you want to have good teachers? I think all of you want to have good teachers. Then, if you all want good teachers, but none of you want to be a teacher, from where will good teachers come? If you are intelligent, you are good at your presentation skills, you are patient, and you can deal with children, then teaching can be an excellent job. And in teaching, you can choose the subject which is of your best liking. You can go for armed forces. If you are ready to handle crisis situations, you are disciplined and adventurous. Initially, armed forces, only science students were allowed to go, but now, in the area of logistics and administration, even commerce and arts student can go. Wherein, if you want to join Indian Navy or you want to join piloting in Air Force, you still require Science A group. But armed forces is open to all these streams. What if the student does not wish to continue academic studies post grade 10 and wish to move ahead with some skill-based education? Yes, that is possible after 10th. You can go for diplomas based on 10th. If your bent of mind is more technology and engineering oriented, you can go for diplomas which can be in the area of automobile, chemical, civil, computer, electrical, electronics and communication, environmental, mechanical, mechatronics, plastic, aeronautical assistantship, textile, information technology and instrumentation and control. They are all diplomas which are available post 10th in polytechnics. If you are having bent more towards biology, then you can go for medicine based or paramedical courses like getting into first aid, nursing assistant, laboratory technician, X-ray technician, CT scan, MRI, health inspector, ophthalmic assistant, OT assistant, optometry, yoga and naturopathy, dialysis therapy, hospital assistant, radiography assistant, and anesthesia technician. There are few other general diploma courses which are available to students post 10th, which can be in the area of event management, travel tourism, foreign language, hairstyling, hair care, design, and so on. All these diplomas you can get in after post 10th, and they are all skill-based courses. Finally, a few other skill-based courses. You want to become a DJ, VJ, RJ, you want to become an artist, painter, sculptor, cartoonist, musician, dance professional, astrologer, palmist, sports personnel, and so on. Getting into any of these skill-based courses, what you require is a very strong passion to go deep into the discipline, love for the chosen career, dedication, hard work, and discipline, inner desire to be the best, and you need to be good at innovation and creativity. If you have that, you can get into any of these skill-based courses which you like. Finally, I would like to put across and say one last message very strongly, stating never blindly follow friends or trends. मैंने टीवी में सुना था, हर एक फ्रेंड जरूरी होता है. I don't know. But he may or may not be your right companion for your career. Don't follow friends and don't look for the most trendy careers in the market today. A lot of children would come back to me and say, sir, आजकल सबसे happening career कौन सा है? Hello, career is never happening. Person or a student or a child is happening, and the career which fits in you the best, go for that career. Thank you very much. Free career counseling and guidance. Call 99798 46008 or visit our website iQueideas.in.